Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Movie Man Beyond. Today I'm going to do the top 10 John Carpenter questions. I've seen that doing the rounds now on YouTube, so I thought why not do it myself. So anyways, hope you like the new intro. Let's do it! So yes, I seen this posted by Popcorn Horror, Ash. If you don't know, follow him. I'll leave his channel below. And it was basically just top 10 questions, just various things about John Carpenter. And you know, I love John Carpenter. So without further ado, the first question is number 1: favorite John Carpenter score. Well, a lot of people will probably go for Halloween, and I can see why. There's just so many great scores though. You know, you got The Fog, Escape from New York, They Live, with things technically not his. It's Ennio Morricone. Top Me, you know, Big Trouble in Little China, Top of My Head. But I think I'm gonna go with Prince of Darkness. I think it's very atmospheric. It's dark, it's gothic, it's got that, I don't know, it's, first time I watched Prince of Darkness, it kind of gave me this, I don't know, like, creeped us out a bit. So yeah, and everyone loves Halloween, but yes, Halloween does have the, you know, the very famous theme, but I'm going to lean towards Prince of Darkness. Yeah, I find that atmospherically fits so well with the movie and what they're going for. So I want to say Prince of Darkness. Probably would have surprised if you would have thought. Okay, next up. Number 2. What's the most underrated John Carpenter movie? It's either between In the Mouth of Madness, Vampires, or his remake of Village of the Damned. I'm gonna go with Village of the Damned. I know it's a remake, but it's Christopher Reeve in it. Lends his you know, presence to that movie, and I find that it just works a hell of a lot better than the original. And you know, I think it is pretty much, you know, swept under the carpet. I mean, Starman's also there as well for underrated, but you know, as remakes go, it never really gets a mention, and I just think it's very enjoyable, and it does usually go under the radar for a lot of people as being a John Carpenter movie. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Village of the Damned. Number 3, the most scariest scene in a John Carpenter movie. For me, it's got to be The Thing, but it's got to be the scene where the dogs are changing, and the actual thing starts popping out with the creature, and it's killing the dogs, and the dogs are trying to get out of the cage because they're terrified, and they're ripping open with the teeth the cage. For me, I think obviously when the guys realise what they've got, some sort of alien entity staying with them, it's and the noise, it's, and the tentacles are like, it's it is quite horrific, I must say. It's still, even when I watch this now, I still get a bit iffy because it's the dogs. I mean, humans like kill them all day, but we're seeing the huskies get mutilated like that, and I still don't like watching it. But that just goes to show 40 years later the effects hold well up, and the film is superb. So I want to go with that scene in The Thing. Number 4, Most suspenseful scene in a John Carpenter movie. Well, it's a bit hard to narrow down. I know a lot of also people do say The Thing, where they're testing the blood samples. It's, it's probably, I can't say Halloween 2, even though he did write parts of it and he did direct some parts of it. It's not his movie, so I can't go that way. Otherwise I would have said the hospital scene and the build up that way. I'm probably going to say the original Halloween. Maybe the intro to Michael Myers. Maybe he's at the start. I see him as a kid, unveiled, because that's suspenseful, because you're not expecting a kid. Or the scene where it just fast forwards a little bit later, and he escapes and he's running across the car, stuff like that. Or when he's actually in the house chasing Laurie near the end, and the suspense is obviously building up, because she's terrified for her life. So yeah, it's a bit hard to narrow down, but I'd definitely say Halloween, the original Halloween. Any one of them scenes. Next up, number 5, what's your favourite non-John Carpenter? What's your favourite non-horror John Carpenter movie? This one's easy. Big Trouble in Little China. It's a fantasy movie. Jack Burton. The Three Storms. Thunder, Lightning and Rain. Lopan. Egg Shan. The One-Liners. Kim Cattrall. Kurt Russell. Just think it's absolutely fantastic. To be honest, once again, it's, they don't get enough recognition, but really, really fun. Yeah, always a great time watching Big Trouble in Little China. Okay, number 6, will Michael Myers ever die? They can kill him off, but they'll always bring him back. It's like anything. Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. They'll never let them die. I suppose it's like Leatherface and Chucky, and they'll always find a way to bring them back. Goes all the way back to the original Universal monsters. They'll always bring them back in some form or another. Dracula to this day is still going now in many movies. So if they kill Michael Myers in this movie, Halloween Ends, then you can pretty be sure down the line they will bring him back, because it's Michael Myers, hot property. I mean, they're dying to get Jason Voorhees back in the big screen, but obviously there's all that embargo and limbo. But Michael Myers is there, bet your ass he'll come back. Number 7, the spookiest John Carpenter movie. I know Ash from Popcorn Horror did say The Fog, I think. I would agree, but for me, I still think Prince of Darkness is a spookier movie, in terms of like the devil and this like cylinder tube that's just like got the devil and hell contained in it, and it's a fascinating concept. I only seen Prince of Darkness for the first time a couple of years ago, and I was like blown away. I really didn't know what to expect. So I'm definitely going to say it's the most spookier. Just for the whole where they're set. The Fog's definitely very close. But Prince of Darkness to me, with the whole the devil, and it's in a church, and it's that whole the testing to see if there's an afterlife, if there's hell, and they're getting messages from the beyond sort of thing, and the future, telling them not to do what they're doing. And no, I just think that really is spooky. But Fog, definitely close number 2, without a shadow of a doubt. What's the worst? Number 8, sorry, what's the worst John Carpenter movie? Well, I don't even have to think about it. That is The Ward, starring Amber Heard. I think John Carpenter lost his way. This is 2010. I think he was just sort of, trying to make another movie, and his heart wasn't into it. He tells you this to this day. It's not really him. So I would say The Ward, definitely. Very forgettable, to be honest. I know I do have it in my collection, but that's just because it's a John Carpenter movie. Number 9, if John Carpenter directed a sequel of any movie, what would it be? I think that's right. Yes, so it doesn't have to be a John Carpenter movie. But I'm going to make this a John Carpenter movie that you would do a sequel to. So you could make, let's say, another escape movie. So escape from the Earth or whatever he's planning. You know, there was always a rumour of They Live 2. A sequel to The Thing. You know, there's pretty ways it could go. I mean, if you're just saying any film, then of course you could direct any film. But no, I'd sort of lean towards his movies, because he wouldn't really want to touch anything else unless it was something that he was wanting to do, like Christine or Village of the Damned, that kind of thing. So he probably would do one of his movies a sequel. He's probably, if I were to put money on John Carpenter, he's probably leaning towards They Live or another escape movie. That's the way I would think he would go. Final question: has John Carpenter still got another good film in him? Yes, I believe he has. I believe he owes us one. I believe since the resurgence of Halloween and Michael Myers, I've done the scores to them 2 movies. He's done the score to Firestarter. He came to Newcastle 2018, the night before the Halloween 2018 came out, and it was a blast. He only played for about an hour, but he was just playing the main themes from each one of his movies, and he was having a hell of a time enjoying it. I think the movie business did leave him a bit sour and a bit pissed off. John Carpenter, if you ever watch any interviews of him, he's straight up as it can be. There's no bullshit with John, so I think he would lean towards that. I think he would lean towards doing another movie. But he said something about TV shows and stuff like that, but I can see him doing another movie without a shadow of a doubt. And I think he owes us one. I think he's done due diligence with, doing scores and that sort of thing, and he's got one left in him. You can tell he's had a rest from movie making for quite some time, and just to give him that last final hurrah. I mean, the fans are pouring the same now. It's like all these films now are getting all this praise, and it's like taking, like, even The Thing, it was shit on when it came out, like 40 years later, it's like lauded as this fucking masterpiece, which it is. But 40 years, it's like, the guy's in his twilight years, so to speak, no disrespect to John Carpenter, and it's taken people like 40 years to recognise the film. It's like They Live. It's like what happened with the pandemic. If you watch They Live and watch the pandemic, it was kind of like that sort of thing, with all the adverts and the message of like boom 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 was just constantly on at the time. So I think Mr. Carpenter does have another one left in him, to be honest. So yeah, that's my views on that, the John Carpenter thing, and I'm just very, very happy to have seen him live, and I would like to see one day another movie directed by him that's released. But who knows? I know he does work on the Halloween movies and he's a producer, but like he says anytime someone makes a Halloween movie, he says, I just get a big fat check through the door, royalties. So, there's times where he just doesn't care. He just gets money and paid. He likes his video games, likes to smoke, he just likes to relax and enjoy himself. and he's not, you know, he doesn't strike me as a type of man that would just blow his money. He's very careful. And I think now he's more choosy with his subject of topic, what he wants to work on. So if he wants to retire and never make another movie, I'll be fine with that too. You know, he's left a body of work that he can be proud of. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna do a review on Spiderhead as well, so keep a lookout for that. And I will see you in the next one. Like I say, I hope you enjoyed the intro. Thanks again, guys. Salute. Bye.